Yo, what's up, guys? This is D Brown with Trackheads. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Trackheads. So, I am here today at a practice session, and I really started to think, right? So, I wanted to give a little bit of a prediction of what I think Tebogo is going to be doing, or how he's going to be doing now that he has a couple more meets left of the season. So, as you guys know, there's going to be a Diamond League final, I think, in the later part of September. It's a pretty late season for everybody. And, I have some pretty interesting predictions that I think Tebogo, or how Tebogo is going to be doing, right? So, Tebogo is in really good shape right now. Obviously, he's coming with the base of a 4x4, and running a really strong 4x4 from the Olympic Games. Obviously, he's in 9-8 shape. If you guys have been watching his races, he had a recent race, I believe it was in Rome Diamond League. He competed against Fred Curley, Christian Coleman. A lot of these really talented sprinters, Fred Curley, his top end speed's pretty great. He just came over 19.8 in the 200, and then Christian Coleman has been taking time off. He ran 9.9 and some change, 9.91, and did really well. And Tebogo basically ran through both of them, right? Tebogo was able to push out, be even with them at the 30, and hold his top end speed from 60 to 70, and they could not catch him. And beating, he was kind of showboating a little bit in those last 10, 20 meters, really just showing his dominance. And one thing I want people to understand is that Tebogo isn't like the best 100-meter runner. He could run a 9.8, right? He ran 9.87 pretty much just cruising the last couple meters. But this guy isn't like a 100-meter specialist, in my opinion. Very similar to Noah Lyles. His worst part of his races is acceleration, but he does a really, really great job holding his top-end speed and maintaining his top-end speed, right? So I personally think that he's going to go, he's going to continue to go unbeaten in the 200. He's probably the most vulnerable in the 100. But his 200 is probably going to be, of course, his best race leading into the Diamond League final. It wouldn't surprise me if he doubles up, because he has that capacity coming with the strength from that 4x4 that he ran throughout the year. Of course, holding the 300-meter world record and running 44.1, 44.2 in the 400-meter dash so early in the season. I do not think that he is primed right now to run a world record. All the players that we need for this thing to happen is not currently here. Noah Lyles, he took the rest of the season off. We have Zarnell Hughes. He got injured somewhere, I think after the Jamaican Invitational or whatever meet that was in Jamaica in the 100 against Noah Lyles in Oblique Seville. And he has really not been able to recover that well. He did decent to get a 4x1 medal at the Olympics, but for him to be in that prime 200-meter shape that he was in last year, that 19.7 he ran, it's not there. Arian Knighton is pretty strong, but he doesn't have that sub-10 speed that he needs to run those 19.6s and 19.5s. People are talking about that he ran that 19.4 that one time, but that was a one-off kind of situation. He hasn't been able to replicate it too much. He has a good amount of talent, but he's not there yet. I think he's going to be consistent throughout the season at 19.7. He's kind of stuck there. Not a bad thing. Consistency is important, but I don't think he's there just yet. I think the only person right now, or really just two people that I think that are really primed to probably do the best against Tebogo, to probably push him to maybe like another 19.4 performance, would have to be, Kenny Bednarik, Kung Fu Kenny. Kung Fu Kenny is really strong. He's coming from that 400-meter strength side. He ran 19.8 this year. Hasn't really been running too many 100s. I think he's pretty much recovering from that 4x1 blunder that he caused at the Olympic Games finals in the 4x1. But he has the tools and the assets necessary. When they ran a 200-meter dash, he ran like 20 flat, while Tebogo went like 19.8, and pretty much just caught him towards the end. So my thing is that when you determine the quality and the performance of an athlete, you have to look at a couple things, especially for the likes of Tebogo. If he's more of a strength guy, right? If he's someone that has great strength, especially the ability to reach top end speed and hold it for a long period of time, but he's also faster than you, right? This is a guy that went 9.8 low. He went 9.83, I believe, or 9.82. Even if you take his 9.8 performance just in general, this guy is still faster than most athletes. Like, for example, There's no other athlete other than Keishane that has and Noah Lyles that has a faster time than him this year. Everyone's pretty much at the same point of their season of running 9.8s. They're all stuck at 9.8. Christian Coleman 9.8, Fred Curley 9.8. Who else? Again, Zarno Hughes isn't running, but you have all these sprinters that are stuck in that 9.8. Even that athlete from I mean, you have the athlete from Kenya, Omanyala, but he hasn't, outside of Kenya, he doesn't traditionally run, 9.7 that much. He hasn't run really 9.7 since Kenya. So my thing is that in Kenya, we know is that elevation. A lot of people don't make that connection. So again, when you think about these athletes, if he's faster than you and he's stronger than you, the chances of you beating him are slim to none. Even when we think about Fred Curley, who has issues navigating the curve of a 200, if he has that 9.7 speed and he's also in 400-meter conditioned shape, again, this dude popped a 19.8. We're talking about Fred Curley here. He popped a 19.8. So I think, even though we had the likes of Fred Curley running 19.8, we had the likes of Kenny Bednarik being able to run 19.7, maybe 19.6 when he's in great shape for the Diamond League final, because I think they refreshed the base a little bit to be able to peak for that particular event. The chances of someone being able to push him to where he needs to go 19.3, I think are slim to none. I think this guy is going to give us another 19.4 performance. I'll be pleasantly surprised if he pops a 19.2. If he does, though, that's going to be a really crazy situation heading into next year for Noah Lyles. But that's a whole nother video. But yeah, guys, just wanted to give my 2 cents about it, because again, I'm watching these Diamond League races and Tebogo is just becoming more and more unbeaten. 100, people can't touch him. 200, people can't touch him. And it's not looking too pretty. So, and also, hey, I also want to, I was just mentioning American athletes, but we also have to keep an eye on this guy from the Dominican Republic, Ogando. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but he's someone that gave Tebogo some pressure and went 19.9 to go catch him, and not caught. He didn't catch him. He got second place, but to maintain with him. He's also someone that has 100-meter speed. But most importantly, he has the strength of like a 44 mid to keep up with Tebogo, especially in those final stages of the race. So definitely something to look forward to and keep an eye on. But I want to thank you guys for watching. This is D Brown with Track Kids. Peace.